Hello everyone. Today we will talk about how you could already double your income and why many miss this opportunity. This topic is very relevant, and I think each of us has thought about how to reach a new level of income. And you know what? Of course, it is possible. Moreover, it is actually possible to do this faster than many people think. Let's figure out how to achieve this. But first, let's open a few good positions and take our share from the market. We are opening a position on the Australian dollar against the US dollar for a decline. In this case, we have a good trend and strong price levels that have already been tested several times. As we can see, the levels are quite strong. We have already had 3 touches, and after that, the price reversed and started to rise. Additionally, the price has tested this level several times before. Here, it is more of a price range than a specific level. But this is definitely enough for us to understand that the market has a tendency to rise and fall, and to use support and resistance levels. Next, we see a remarkable pin bar that prevents the price from moving higher. We can also overlay a trend line and understand that we have likely entered a sideways movement and will be bouncing off the trend line further upward. We opened a position for a downward move after confirming the signal. Well, what I want to start with next is the realization of your potential. Many underestimate themselves and their abilities, thinking that doubling their income is something out of the realm of fantasy. But in reality, it all actually starts with changing your approach to financial decisions. To double your income, you shouldn't wait for some magical moment or a lottery win. All that is required is a reassessment of your attitude towards money, opportunities, and your investments. It sounds quite cliché, but it really works. For example, if you are already working and receiving a stable salary, then that is your starting point. But besides the main job, there are plenty of opportunities to increase your income. This is where investments, trading, and the creation of passive income sources come into play. If you had started investing even a small amount, say a couple of months ago, you could have already doubled your investment. Markets are rising, and those who can analyze the situation wisely and make informed decisions are already reaping significant profits today. It is important to realize that money should work for you. Also, if you want to earn money, don't forget to join my Telegram channel, where we have trading sessions and work through great trading situations that occur in the market. We have already worked with the Australian dollar and the US dollar, and the price is dropping nicely. I think we still have an opportunity to open a position for a decline. That's what we will do. The market is quite strong, and one of the most accessible ways to double your income, as you may have already understood, is binary auctions. Of course, it is important to consider the risks, but with the right approach, sound capital management, and knowledge of the market, you can earn more than you do at your regular traditional job. For example, if you make small trades with a good probability of success every day, you can achieve a significant increase over the course of a month. For example, starting with a small deposit of $1,000 and doubling it every 2 to 3 months through a well-thought-out strategy, in a few months you could already achieve not only the doubling of your deposit but also your current income. However, this requires patience and systematic work on oneself and one's skills. Let's take a closer look at how this works. Binary options, like any form of trading, provide the opportunity to earn from market fluctuations. Imagine that you understand when and in which direction the price of an asset is moving, whether it is a currency, commodity, or stock. You open a trade with a small amount, make an accurate prediction, and within a few minutes, you earn a profit. And now imagine that such positions can be taken several times a day, every day. You absolutely don't need to be a genius to understand that if you control your risks and do not risk your entire deposit, you can steadily increase your income. The key is having the right strategy, the necessary knowledge, and emotional control. You can see the strategies in my videos, how I work, how I guide myself in the market, and how I read it. In this case, our position on the Australian dollar and the US dollar closes positively, and we receive a good profit. Let's take a look at what has changed in the market. The market has changed in that we have already approached the support level and are also not far from the trend line. There is a very high probability of a reversal in this case. Of course, we could refer to the RSI indicator, but we certainly won't do that because we are true professionals and we are opening our position for an increase. But as you know, binary options are not the only way to double your income. You could have already doubled your earnings if you had indeed successfully mastered several income sources. One of the most powerful methods is creating passive income. What is it? Yes, it's when money comes to you even when you are not working. This can include investments in stocks, real estate, starting your own business, or monetizing your hobby. For example, creating online courses, writing books, starting a YouTube channel, or a blog. This is exactly what I am doing. These things require initial investments, time, and effort, but the results can be impressive. If you had just started doing this a few months ago, your income could have already significantly increased much more than it is now. You just need to start. Another very important aspect is, of course, education. Those who actively learn and acquire new skills always come out ahead. Imagine that you have studied a new profession or skill that is in demand in the market, such as programming, marketing, or project management. This opens doors to higher earnings. The more you invest in your education, the more you will receive in the future. You may have been working in your field for several years, but when was the last time you learned something new? If you dedicated at least a couple of hours a week to this, you could already double your income by applying your new knowledge in practice. And our position on the Australian dollar and US dollar is closing at break-even. The price has entered a sideways movement, and I don't really like that. I never like it when the markets stop, and I trade exclusively based on trending movements now. Let's talk about habits. This is something that directly impacts your financial success. Successful people stand out because of their habits. They plan their day, set goals, and gradually improve. If you had already implemented such habits in your life, your income would definitely have started to grow. For example, the habit of setting aside a certain percentage of your income for investments or education. This is a real step towards doubling your earnings. Small changes in everyday life lead to big results in the future. Remember, trading is not a sprint. Trading is a marathon. And finally, the most important point is the environment. Very often, our income is limited by the people we associate with and how we perceive the world. If your environment consists of people who are not striving for development and believe that money is something unattainable, then you will most likely think the same way. But when you start interacting with successful people who have already doubled their income, or you learn from those who know how to do it, your mindset changes in many ways. You begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Your environment influences your decisions, and it is a very powerful tool for growth. In conclusion, I would like to say that you could have already doubled your income a long time ago if you had started to act systematically, invest, develop new skills, find additional sources of income, and surround yourself with the right people. This does not happen in a day, a month, or even a year. But if you start today, in a few months or a few years, you will certainly see real, amazing results. It is very important to understand that success is not just luck. It is the result of constant work on oneself, one's knowledge, and one's environment. And our position on the pound to Australian dollar is already closing almost in profit. The price has paused a bit again, but nevertheless continues to sell off downward. Sometimes it happens. Our analysis is good, but the market has gone sideways. We will conclude our trading here. Everything I wanted to say, I have said. I hope you can double your income. If you want to double your earnings, be sure to subscribe to my Telegram channel where we trade and earn. Join the trading sessions and become a pioneer.